Welcome to our root chakra class. We're going to start standing up in mountain pose. Come to the top of your mat. Bring your toes to touch unless opening the heels out underneath the hips feels better for you. Arms alongside of you, palms facing forward. Just bring your awareness into your feet. Start to ground down through the pad and through the heel of the feet. And then soften up on the toes. Maybe even pick the toes up a little bit. Rock them side to side. Your kneecaps are lifting, but not locked. Your thighs and quads are pulling up towards your hips. Shoulders nice and soft over the hips. Chin in neutral, long spine. Let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Big inhale through the nose, exhale, side out. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose, filling the belly, expanding the chest, and then slowly exhaling from the top of the chest all the way out the belly. Nice and rhythmic breath. Simivriti, same inhales and exhales. And we're going to continue with this rhythmic breathing. We're just going to add the Ujjayi pranayama, and that's constricting the back of your throat, making an audible sound through the nose. So it kind of sounds like the ocean waves. Imagine you're fogging up a mirror with the mouth closed. And this Ujjayi or victorious breath is really good for focus. It's also great to keep the heat inside the body as you begin to move. So you can continue in this stance as you listen through the meditation. But we're going to go ahead and use some myofacial techniques to roll out our feet. This is going to help bring awareness to the feet, which is the root chakra. It's also going to open up the hamstrings and the hips so that we can go in a little bit deeper with less discomfort. So when you're ready, Mary Kate, just grab the myofascial release ball, one of them, and then step back just a little bit. Press the ball underneath your right foot and then step your left foot back and angle it so that you can balance. And you don't have to have such a wide stance, you can have shorter, just so that you're using the back leg to stabilize you. And you're going to rock forward and back. So we go with the grains of the muscle fiber, which is flushing lengthwise. And then we can also do some shearing, which is cross fiber, side to side, rolling the arch, rolling the pad, rolling the outer edge and the inner edge of the foot, squeezing the ball in between the toes. So the inner edge of the foot corresponds to the spine from the tip of the big toe all the way to the heel on the inner arch of the foot. And if you've got any back issues, that's really where you want to work. Neck issues, you're going to work more into the top edges of the toes. Any kind of congestion in the chest, you want to work that bridge, the arch of the foot, or above the arch actually, with that bony ridge is. And then if a particular place feels like there's some tenderness, you're going to pin and hold. So you're just going to place the foot down, hold, and breathe. You want to soften into this. So any pain, you're going to back off. Any shooting pain, you don't want to do that. You don't want to roll any bones. We're just looking to find some release in the foot. So when the foot starts to feel really soft and relaxed, we can come off of it. And then just take a moment here to notice how that foot that you rolled feels compared to the other one. Take a big inhale. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, just fold over, nice and easy. You can even bend your knees. And then come on up nice and slow. Did you notice any difference on one side compared to the other?
This foot feels definitely more grounded.
Good, that's what we want. Go ahead and grab the other ball and put it underneath your other foot. And again, pressing and holding, stabilizing with the standing foot. Just breathing deeply, allowing the foot to relax. And then when you're ready, you're going to start flushing forward and back along the muscle fibers. And then side to side cross fiber. Remember this inner arch here, this corresponds to the spine of the body from the tip of the foot all the way to the heel. And then inside of all the toes is your shoulders and your neck. Sometimes all you need is a really good foot reflexology massage to release the body. Make sure you get into the pad of the foot, bring awareness to the pad, which is where we want to ground down through the pad and through the heel. Separate the toes, create some space in between the toes. The more than the pad and the heel of the foot ground down, the less work the knees and the hips are going to do. So we always want the brain to receive clear messages from the feet that we are stable and grounded. And then go ahead and come off of that. Just step at the top of your mat. Take a moment to notice here, to feel the toes come on up. Take your arms up, big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms come up. Working with that ujjayi breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right arm alongside of your right hip. Left arm reaches up and across overhead. Breathe into that left side body. Feel the feet. Continue with that ujjayi pranayama. Bringing awareness to the breath. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, switch the side stretch. Left arm alongside of you, right arm across. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then down by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Come to a flat back lengthen here. Exhale, folds. Bending the knees is fine. Open your feet out a little bit wider. And then go ahead and wrap your arms around your calves. Give your calves a little rub. Bending the knees is fine. Maybe rocking side to side here. Let's bring that right hand down in the center of your mat and then take the left arm to your hip. Maybe look up over that left hip. Maybe extend the left arm if that's available to you. Maybe wrap it, finding the hip crease on that right side. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, folds. Switch sides, little twist, right hand to your hip. Left hand down. Maybe you extend the right arm. Maybe you wrap it. Inhale, look down. Exhale, release. Bend your knees a lot. And then step your right foot back into a long lunge. That's it. Rock forward and back a little bit into that left hip. Into the right hip flexor. You can use blocks here. Bend your left knee a lot. Slowly bring that right leg up towards the right, to the left, and then step it out to the right. See if you can press through that right foot. Just continuing to bring awareness into the feet throughout this practice, grounding down as much as we can through the feet. Go ahead and bend the right leg, bring it up to meet the left. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend, left leg goes back. Lunge forward and back into that right knee. Right knee bends, step the left foot up and then out to the left. Lower it down as much as you can, stretching the inner left thigh here. You can keep your hands up as high as you need to here. And then go ahead and bring the left leg back up next to the right. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then by your sides. Let's take some sun salutations. Inhale, arm sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, and then down by your sides. That's a half sun salutation. You can continue here, or maybe you take a full. Inhale, arm sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folds. Step one leg at a time, all the way back. And then either drop to the knees or lower down from the toes all the way to your mat. Release the tops of your feet. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest up. Stay here and then take that right leg back toward your right glute. So right foot comes toward that right glute. Yes. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg comes up toward that left glute. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Either come off to your knees or push all the way back into a down dog. Take a few breaths here. Send energy down through the heels. Feel free to bend the knees or pedal out. You can sway the shoulders, shake the head out, grounding down through the hands and the feet here, broadening through the collarbones. Feel free to open the arms wider if you need. Just depends on what's going on with the shoulders, how tight the chest and the shoulders are. On an inhale, let's take a little walk all the way to the top of the mat. And we'll cue one more full sun salutation. You take half or full. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then down by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step or maybe jump the legs back. Either on your toes or on your knees, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips high, down dog. Nice. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Starting to find some stillness in the space. Continuing with the breath. Hips lifting high, low ribs pulling in. broadening through the shoulder blades. When you're ready, step or jump on an inhale to the top of your mat. Exhale here. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bring your toes to touch, bend your knees. Sweep your arms all the way up. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Like you're sitting in a chair. The tailbone is pressing straight down toward the mat. Pelvis is neutral. Chest is lifting. Low ribs pulling in. Sweep your arms back. Inhale here, chest hovering. Can you press through the tops of your toes and lift your heels? Really spread those toes to find more balance. Open the feet wider if you need to. Lift the heels up. Breathe. And then we're going to stay on our toes if we can and straighten our legs. Sweep the arms all the way up. Nice. One more breath. Lower the heels, hands to your heart. Excellent. Let's try that one again. I know you liked it a lot. All right, bring your toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up, find that fierce pose. I won't hold you as long this time. I'm just going to show you a little bit more. Sweep the arms back, inhale, heels lift, chest forward. Good. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms up, big inhale. Nice. Now, heels lower, cactus the elbows. Exhale, take a little back bend. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart, and then bow to your sides. Nice job. So I took her through another one. Just because sometimes when you repeat a sequence or a pose, you're able to ground down a little bit better. So just feel your feet here. It's finding that mountain pose, finding that breath if you lost it. Come back to that rhythmic sinivriti. Anytime you have excess heat, you can always open the mouth and sigh it out. Let all that air out. Nice. All right. Her heart rate sounds like it's back to normal. We're going to continue. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, step or jump the legs back. Find a strong plank. This is where you drop to your knees if you need to. Push your chest past your fingers. And then lower down either halfway chaturanga or all the way. Inhale, release the toes, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, send your hips high, down dog. Let's take that right leg up as you inhale. And then we'll bend the knees, stack the hips, circle it out here. High on the left toes to facilitate more squaring of the hips. Right thigh draws toward that left inner thigh. And then the right leg's going to go back, toes will point down, hips are squared. So try to move the legs using the inner thigh rather than the feet. Inhale here, exhale, step it through. And then pivot and turn the back foot. So we want heel to heel or maybe heel to arch alignment. That front knee's going to bend. That back foot's going to fully ground. If it doesn't feel grounded, we're going to step it up a little bit. And then you're going to lead with your left arm so that the left arm goes back and the right arm goes forward. It's a warrior two. Nice. Lengthen through the top part of your body, low ribs pulling in, both arms reaching equally to either side. Flip that right palm, inhale here, exhale, take a little reverse warrior. So it's a reaching up through the right hand to lengthen the right side of the body, and then a slight pull back So you have a deeper stretch. The right knee is still bending and tracking toward the right pinky toes. And that back foot is super engaged so that the inner left thigh is activated. Inhale, reach forward. Both hands are going to surround the front foot. And we'll take a Ardha Bakasana. So it's a half Bakasana. That right knee is going to come to the outside of your right tricep. And then you're going to lean forward till you lift off that back leg just a touch and then jump back. Yeah, that's it. It's just really quick. And if you're not there yet, practice. That's all this is just practice. Go ahead and press back down dog. Nicely done. Take an inhale, Mary Kate. Big open mouth. Exhale, let it go. Nice job. Inhale, take that left leg up, bend the knees, stack the hips. As she moved her legs from the inner thigh, more control. Right hip pulls back high on the right toes, and then you can circle through that left leg. Left leg goes back, toes point down. Inhale here. Exhale, step it through. Pivot that back foot so it's angled. Arch to arch, or maybe heel to arch. Feel free to take that back leg as wide as you need to so you feel stable, and maybe shorter or longer. That front knee stays bent. You're going to lead with your right arm, and it's going to take you all the way back into a warrior B. Virabhadrasana B. Reach the arms. Lengthen through the upper body. And if you're not sure about that left hip, you could always take your hand in the left hip crease and just kind of pull it back a little bit. Flip your left palm, inhale, exhale, take a reverse warrior. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reach forward, bring both hands around the front foot. And then take that left knee on the left tricep. Lean forward, just pick up the right foot a little bit, sweep that left leg back, and take a Vinyasa. Nice. Ardha Bakasana transition. Inhale here, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Excellent. Let's put it all together. Inhale, rise high on your toes. Exhale, press the heels back. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, step, maybe jump to the top of your mat. Exhale when you get there. Toes touch, heels open, knees bend. Inhale, come on up to that fierce pose. Arms reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Heels lift, inhale. And then exhale here. Inhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms all the way up. Nice. Exhale, cactus the arms, release the heels. Good catch. Sometimes we have to catch ourselves. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back lengthen. Exhale, step or jump the legs. If you want to skip this vinyasa, you just press back into down dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior B, rise. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reach forward. Take that Ardha Bakasana, or maybe just step back into down dog and you can skip it this time. Left leg, inhale, up it goes. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior B, rise. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, reach forward. Find that transition of your choice. Maybe you just step back. And then you'll either hold a down dog when you're done, or maybe a child's pose. Just a few breaths. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees a lot, catch your elbows, shake the head out. You're going to turn your peace fingers into hooks and hook underneath the big toes. Open your feet at least as wide as the hips, maybe wider. And then on an inhale, you'll lengthen, come to a flat back. Exhale, you'll fold. Bend the knees if you need to, or start straightening them out, working towards opening the elbows wider, bringing the chest lower, grounding down through those feet. So always bringing our attention to that root chakra, to the feet. As we press down, leaning forward into the feet, you're pulling up the toes. And then release the feet. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. We're going to take our hadas, our hands, and tuck them underneath our padas, our feet. And we want to work towards getting the toes to rest on the wrists so that they're massaging. Knees can stay as bent as much as you need to. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Again, the elbows open up wide. And you lean forward. Think about shifting your hips left to right up toward the ceiling. Chin dropping to shin. One more breath. Nice. Crown of the head reaching toward the mat. And then exhale, release. Let's walk back to the top of our mat. Mary Kate, just step your right foot up just a couple inches, just the right foot. That's it. And then you can bend the right knee as much as you need to, and I want you to press through that left heel. So again, more grounding through the feet, feeling those left side hamstrings really lengthen here. Go ahead and step your right foot back to where it was, and then step your left foot up just an inch or two. You can bend the left knee, and then push down through that right heel to lengthen the right hamstrings. Soften the toes. And then just step your right foot up to meet your left. So it's a short down dog. Open your feet out wider. Take that left hand to the right ankle or shin. And then see if you can twist underneath that armpit. May not be available for all of us, but just a little twist here and some more grounding. And then you'll switch. You can plant that hand more center if it works better for you. And then twist underneath that left armpit. Breathe. And release. Continue walking all the way up toward the top of your mat. Inhale here to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Take a big open mouth exhale. Release your arms to your sides. Mountain pose. We keep coming back to that. This is our foundational pose, our grounding down pose, where we're pressing into the earth with our feet and reaching up through the crown of our head, finding lots of length and space. Continue some deep breathing here. And we're going to move through a flow. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Step or maybe jump the legs back. If you can take a vinyasa or you can skip a vinyasa, we'll all end up in down dog. All right, inhale, let's take that left leg up. Bend the knee, and then bring it to your nose. Pull forward. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step it through. Pivot and turn the back foot. We're coming up right away to that reverse warrior this time. Arm comes all the way back, left arm lifts. Nice. Take a breath here. Adjust your feet as you need to. Ground down through the back edge of the foot. soft toes. Nice. Inhale, reach forward, find an extended side angle. So bring your forearm to the knee, or maybe the hand down. Right arm reaches across. You're pulling that left hip in and the right hip around and out. Gaze up toward the palm or gaze down, your choice. Nice. On an inhale, come all the way up, hands to your heart. And then you're going to straighten your left leg, bend your right knee. We'll find a flying monkey to the back of the mat. There you go. Yeah. Good. And if you come down all the way, maybe your left toes come up. They don't have to. You can stay up higher in this flying monkey, or you can come down lower. You can bind, or you can just keep your hands to heart. You can put your hands down on the mat to balance yourself. That's also good too. Bring awareness to that right foot. Grounding down through that right foot. That's your stabilization there. Come back with your hands to heart. Use your glutes. Inhale, come all the way up, and then bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, take it on the other side. Nice. Your variation of how deep you're going. If you're binding, continue to lift that left side off of the thigh, rolling that right shoulder. Nice. Go ahead and unbind. Glutes lift you all the way up. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Reach all the way up. Nice. And then turn your left toes to point to the top of your mat. Right hand catches your left wrist. Sky archer, pull it back. So it's like a reverse triangle, stretching that left side of your body. Release that left hand and then take it down towards your left leg, anywhere on that left leg. You're opening up that right side of your body, grounding down through your right foot. Come back up to a warrior two. Bend your left knee, arms open wide. And then open the arms wide like wings. And then pick up that back heel. Get high on your right toes. And launch off into a warrior C. Right toes point down. Hips square. Press into that left foot. Good. Keep dropping your right hip. Bend the right knee. We're coming up into a one-legged Tadasana. Bend your left knee a little bit to help you. Come all the way up. If you need to hold that right knee, you can. Otherwise, maybe left hand to hip, right hand to the big toe. Big toe posture. Chitta Padangusthasana. If you've got the toe, a little micro bend in your right elbow as you pull the toe towards you. Press down through your left foot. It's all about the left foot. Strong left foot here. And then we're opening up to the right. Bring it back to center. Release the foot. Point the toes. Ground down through that left foot. Left foot, left foot. Hold the foot just for a couple breaths. Point or flex, your choice. Just keep pressing through your left foot. And then release the right foot down next to the left. Mountain pose. Nice job. In and out through the nose. Come back to that rhythmic breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your vinyasa or just step back into down dog. And then we'll repeat this on the other side. Inhale, right leg, take it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, step it through. Pivot and turn the back foot. Reverse warrior right away. Take that right arm all the way up. Find that grounding through the feet. Stabilization. Reach forward, find an extended side angle, Parsvokasana, your variation of it. You can start with that arm on the knee, or hand to the inside or outside the foot, pressing through this back heel. Left arm reaches either across or up. Inhale, come all the way up, 2 straight legs. Left hand catches right wrist. And take a sky archer, stretch out that right side. It's also a nice little break here. When you unbend that leg, it feels nice. Release the right hand, reach forward, Trikonasana. Grounding down through those feet, right hip, pulling forward, left shoulders, pulling back. Inhale, come all the way up. And this time we're going to take a 5-pointed star, arms come all the way up, and we'll forward fold instead of doing those flying monkeys. So you can open your feet out as wide as you need to. If you're trying to get your head to the floor, you're going to bring your hands so that the fingers are in line with the toes. Bend your elbows like boxes. And then use the strength of your arms to pull your head down. Think about the crown of your head reaching down toward the mat. Yep, tucking your chin will help. Press down through the hands, and then push the crown of your head down. Outer edge of the feet really engaged here. Prasarita Padangusthasana A. Variation A. Come to a flat back inhale. Exhale here, hands to your hips, inhale, come all the way up. Turn your right toes, bend your right knee, open your arms wide like wings. Pick up that back heel, focus, lean off of those back toes, slowly lift them up. So this back leg doesn't have to be super high. You want to work more on squaring the hips. Press through the right foot, drop your left hip a little more. Nice. So good. Right knee bends and then left knee bends. Bring it up toward your chest. Yeah, balancing is hard, especially on a full moon. We've got a full moon going on and we're doing a rooted practice, so it's a little challenging. Go ahead and put your right hand on your hip, and then you can either stay here holding this knee, or maybe you extend the foot. So if you're going to extend it, grab the foot, the toe with the peace fingers, press forward, little micro bend in that elbow. Breathe. And then we're going to open up on an inhale. Inhale back to center. Release the toe. Press through that standing foot. Always bringing awareness to where you are grounding down through. Point or flex the toes. Breathe. Hold. And then slowly bring it down. Mountain pose. So you see, my friends, it doesn't matter how long you're practicing. Sometimes practice is challenging. You just got to do what you can and then let go of the rest. There's no judgments on your mat. This is a place where you can experiment every day. Do the best you can and then let the rest go. Just let it go. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale. Let it go. All right, let's challenge ourselves a little bit more through a Bakasana exit, and then we'll end up in child's pose on our mat. When you're ready, fold forward, hands come forward to the feet. You want enough space so that when you lean forward, the toes will come up. Knees either come alongside of your biceps or triceps, or they squeeze around underneath the armpits. Toes start to point one at a time. Gazing forward, rounding the upper back. You can shoot the legs back or just simply sit down onto your bottom. Take a vinyasa or skip a vinyasa. We will meet in child's pose. Nice job, Mary Kate. Go ahead and press forward into a child's pose. Sit back on the heels, toes come to touch. Arms reach forward or maybe around you if you need a little break. Let the forehead ground down into something, whether it be the mat or a block. Take an inhale and then an exhale. Let it go. And just accept what showed up on the mat today. Rather than seeking perfection, can you just appreciate this amazing creation that you are? Appreciate all the intricacies that make you you, knowing that you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of a very creative and magnificent God. Press your hands into the mat, Mary Kate, and then just press back onto your knees. We're going to come into broken toe posture. So reach back onto those toes and open up the pinkies. Make sure they're all nice and spread there. It's going to help you a little bit. And you're going to bring your hands down onto your knees, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. So if this is totally unbearable and this is your first time doing it, you can always sit on a block, putting the block in between your ankles. That takes some weight off of the heels. You can also bring your hands down in front of you, and that takes some weight down off of the toes as well. One more inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down in front of your knees. Release the tops of the toes. Go ahead and tap them out nice and gentle. And we'll scoot the feet in front of us and lay down onto our backs for bridge pose. So you want the heels as close to your glutes as you can. I like to put a block in between the feet, so the length of the block going from the ankles to the toes, and this is really going to get you some nice grounding through your feet. Again, the more the feet ground, the less the knees and the hips have to do, the less work that your low back is going to do, because you're going to keep pressing into that block. Go ahead and tuck your arms underneath your back. Shoulders kind of scoot in, interlace your fingers. Press your fingers down as you lift your hips up. 5 breaths here. Keep squeezing into that block. You can also put the block in between your knees. Whatever's going to help you to activate those inner thighs to squeeze and lift the hips up. 5 breaths here, and then you'll lower down. And you can repeat this 2 more times, just coming up into this bridge, or maybe a full wheels in your practice. Hands will come alongside of your ears, fingers pointing toward the feet. Again, pressing feet into this block so you're activating through the legs. Either come up to the top of your head or come all the way up. Working towards straightening the legs as you push through the feet and straighten the legs. The chest goes back. Longer inhales here. The body starts to freak out when it's upside down like this. So longer inhales. When you're ready to come down, your chin will tuck and you'll slowly release. Nice. Do you want to take one more, or is this today enough?
I think one's enough today.
One's enough today. All right, sounds good. You have to know your body. Let's go ahead and stretch your legs out, sweet. And then reach your arms up and over your head, long stretch. And then come up for a seated forward fold. Big reach for the legs. Remember, you can always bend the knees, but keep the toes flexed. Lengthen, lift here, And then lead with the chest as you fold over. Hands can go anywhere along your legs. The shoulders pull back so the lats aren't working so hard. It's more about the hips and the hamstrings. And then soften your head, let the chin fall. Working towards a straight back if we can, and then a soft face. Maybe a smile makes everything better. Two more full rounds of breath. These forward folds, whether they're standing or they're seated, really help to calm the nervous system down. Inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to go ahead and bend the right knee back. And how does that feel for you?
This knee's just a little tight.
Okay. So if you have pain in your knees, we're not going to do this half hero. We're going to take the right foot and put it inside the left thigh. Or what we're going to do for Mary Kate, because I know she doesn't necessarily have pain in the knees, but she does have some more tightness in here. We're going to help her out by elevating the left side of her body. So putting a blanket underneath the thigh and the hip. So make sure that whole side is elevated. And does that feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take your hands and point the fingers towards your feet. Lift up through the chest, lengthen between the hip bones and the ribs, and then slowly let your head dip back. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you just test it out and see if you can come down onto your forearms. And again, this might be a good stopping point for you. Can you let your head go? Yeah. If you can let your head go, let it go. It releases the neck muscles. If you can come down more, then go ahead and scoot down a little bit more. Just go slow and be prepared to back off. Better to go down gradually than to just jam your body into these shapes that do not serve you. Soften here. Try not to fight the sensations and just breathe into them. These yin poses that we hold a little bit longer take us deeper into flexibility, where the yang poses take us more into strength. And we always want to be super slow coming out. So when you're ready, on an inhale, begin to slowly lift yourself up onto the elbows, and then onto the hands. Come all the way forward, release that right leg, and then come off the blanket. We'll try it on the other side. Take that left leg back and just see how this one feels.
This one feels good.
You don't need the blanket?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sounds good. Lengthen, lift, and then slowly lean back as much as you can. It might be just here, it might be here, it might be all the way down. So in this half hero Ardha Virasana, you see her knees are pretty close together. If yours are not, that's okay. It's just different body types, different places in your practice. The most important part of yoga is the breath, the self-awareness, learning where we can stop in our bodies. And then slowly begin to come up. Lift up nice and slow, inch by inch. Release that left leg. Shake it out if you need to. We're going to bring the right foot inside the left thigh. Right foot inside. Good. And then slowly lift this left leg up, put your hands around the thigh underneath it, kind of like scooping it up. Yep. And then start to lift the foot up, maybe bend the knee and lift it up. Bring it up towards your chest. Yeah. And then just play around and see if you can take the hands to the calf and lift the leg up a little higher, maybe starting to straighten it. Good. Heron pose, asana. Keep bringing the chest toward the leg and the leg up toward the chest. Go ahead and interlace both hands around the foot a little bit. Heron, asana here. And then bend the knee and start working that leg around the shoulder. So get your right arm inside and that left hand starts to work. So maybe taking it into a compass, left hand's going to come down, right hand to the outside of the foot. Push through the heel and work toward pushing through the heel to straighten the leg. Maybe you look underneath the armpit. And then you'll come around. You can put that knee on the shoulder. Working towards an arm balance here, Astravakasana. That right leg crosses over the left. Press into the hands, lean forward, and then push the toes away. Nice. And then come down, have a seat on the bottom. And we'll try it on the other side. So right leg extends. Left leg is going to come inside, 90 degrees. And then your hands interlace underneath your right thigh. You can bend your right knee and bring it up a little. Chest forward, working your hands under the calf, lifting the leg a little higher if you can. And just breathing here, soften the shoulders. And then if you want to take this into a compass, we're going to bend the knee, bring the knee around the arm. Right arm comes down, press down. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Push through that right foot and heel. Extend the toes. Look underneath that left armpit. And then release. You can leave that leg on the shoulder if you want. And then work into an arm balance, crossing left ankle over right. Press both hands down. Bend the elbows like chaturanga. Point the toes, lean to one side. And then the bottom comes down, legs come down. Nicely done. Good job. Mary Kate's amazing. Go ahead and bring your right foot down, the right shin. Bend the knee, just bring it down. Yep. And then take the left foot to the outside. And we're going to twist looking over that left shoulder. Yeah. So you can take the arm behind the knee or in front of it, just wrapping it around if it's too much. If you can get this arm through the leg and maybe you reach back for the other fingers, that's great too. Sit up tall. Keep looking over that left shoulder. Ground down through your right hip. And then we'll release and switch. Drop your right shin down. Left shin down. Right leg comes across. And yes, so nice. Sit up tall. If you've got that left elbow outside, maybe you try to work the fingers in between the thigh. Sit up tall, look over your right shoulder. And then release. Go ahead and plant the feet. Take the knees wide. And then just take the legs side to side a little bit, windshield wiper them. And when you're ready, you'll make your way onto your back. Plant the feet again. Knees will bend. Right ankle is going to come across the left thigh. Shoulders are back and back are fully released. You can take your right hand and push that right knee away and keep that left foot grounded. Or you could pick up the left foot, interlace your hands underneath the thigh, and draw the shin closer to you. Keep that right foot flexed, and maybe even use your right elbow to push that right knee away. Plant your left foot down, and then we'll take a little twist. So you can just twist over to the left and you'll look right. Maybe you open up your arms, maybe you cactus the arms. Make your way back to center, draw the knees into the chest. Release your shoulders, plant your right foot down, right knee bent, left ankle comes across. Left hand either pushes the left knee away, or maybe you pick up the right foot, interlace your hands, flex that left foot, and then draw the shin closer to you. Nice deep breathing, softening, body's cooling down. Go ahead and release, and then take a twist. Back to center, draw both knees in towards your armpits. And if catching the feet is too much, you can always just put your hands on your shins or your calves. Happy baby. Happy baby is a great place to go to when you're happy. Happy baby is a great place to go to when you're not happy. Happy baby. It's all about being happy. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. One last grounding bit, and then release your hands. Drop your heels down. Take a few breaths here, arms alongside of you. You can stay here for a few more breaths before coming into Shavasana in any shape that you like. I'm going to give Mary Kate a little foot massage, just going into those spaces that we already worked. You want to scoot down just a tad more onto your mat there. So working on those same places that she massaged with the ball, the inner arch of the foot, pulling up on that big toe mound, pressing into the tops of the toes and all the way to the bottom of the toes into that pad of the foot that works out congestion, the inside arch of the foot from the toe all the way to the heel, working on the spine from the neck all the way down to the tailbone. This is more than a treat. You should really try to invest just a couple of minutes every day in taking care of your feet. They'll not only help you become more grounded, they'll bring healing into your body. about it, the feet carry us on average of over 80 years. And so they don't get a whole lot of love. Invest some time into your feet. Get pedicures and buy nice shoes. And then just release and rest here into this Shavasana. And as you're coming out of Shavasana, make some small movements to reawaken your body. Deepen your breath. Do whatever feels right to bring awareness back to this time and place. Roll to your favorite side. Use your elbow as a pillow. Take a few more breaths here. And just notice the effects of the breath and the movement and how they have brought awareness into your body. When you're ready, come on up to a seat. Sitting comfortably, hands at heart, closing in gratitude. Being grateful to have a base, a foundation to ground down into so that we can move from on and off of our mats, taking our light into the world. May you shine bright, my friends. Namaste.
Namaste.